Hey friends, welcome to day 14. Today's practice is a yoga sculpt. I had quite a few requests for this. It's a vinyasa based sequence, but we use hand weights, a lot of core work, and just overall strength training exercises to really fire up the practice. I'm using 2-pound weights today. You're welcome to use whatever you have at home. You're welcome to have different weights. So grab a couple sets if you have a variety, depending on what exercise you might want to level up or level down. The weights are totally optional. You can still work through this sequence without them. The main goal really is the activation as if you do have the additional weight. So for example, a shoulder press, even if you're not using the weights, see if you can press up, okay, as if you're pushing away additional weight and pulling back down. So there's so much activation, even without the props. Okay, so I'll stop talking. We'll get into it. This will be a fun practice. Listen to your body. Take rest when you need to. Child's pose. Place the weights near the top of your mat. I'll just add that for easy transition when we do pick them up. And settle into your mat. Give yourself a few rounds of breath to land. Just acknowledge what feelings might be coming up for you here. Maybe you were hoping for more of a restorative practice and this is a bit of a surprise. Maybe you're feeling excited to give this type of practice a try. Maybe this yoga sculpt style is your jam and you're super keen to get started. Just start to land with whatever is coming up for you. On your next inhale breath, rise up onto all fours. Just a little bit of work for mobility before we begin. Left hand down to the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly thread it through left side. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, thread through. One more time. Inhale, reach up and thread through. Bring your right hand down to the mat. Other side, left arm will reach up. Slowly thread through under the right side this time. Two more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, thread through. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread through. And come back through center. 3 rounds of cow-cat for the spine. Inhale, belly will fall. Shoulders draw down and back. Exhale, round, navel to spine, chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale, just some feel-good movement to get in the body, get moving in the body. One more time, inhale. And exhale, round. Okay, next time you meet through center, pause. We'll come into bird dog option of using a weight. We'll start with the weight in the right hand. Slowly extend your left leg long behind you and reach your right arm forward. Weights are totally optional. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, squeeze elbow in towards knee. Inhale, breath to open up. Draw your navel in, core is on. Exhale to crunch. 3 more on this side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hold, hold, hold. And come back through center. Roll your weight over to the left side. Anchor through your right hand. And then take your weight to the back of your left knee. Press through both hands now and slowly kick your left heel up and back behind you. So you squeeze into the weight, feel your hamstrings fire up. And then let's add a slow pulse up with the left heel. Keep your core on, navel in. And then a slow pulse down. So squeeze, lift through your heel and lower. Let's go for 8, 7, last 6, 5. You can do it. 4, 3, 2, Pause at the top one, add a little pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your left knee down to the mat, take your weight, and pass it over to your right side again. Left hand down slightly ahead of your left shoulder, slow open to a modified side plank to the right. Okay. And then from here, with or without a weight in your top hand, can you reach your top arm towards the front of your space? Okay. This might be where you stay, or lift your right foot up, and let's add an oblique crunch. Slowly draw your elbow in towards your knee. Inhale, extend open. Remember to pull the weight as you draw in and push the weight as you open up. For 5, open. 4, open. Last 3, stay with it, open. 2, squeeze into your side body. Last 1, open up, slowly come back through center, plant your weight, plant your hand, tabletop 3, cow-cat. Inhale, belly will fall. Exhale, you round through. 2 more like that, let this feel good. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more, inhale. And exhale, round. All right, bird dog, second side. Activate your core, neutral tabletop, option to grab a weight. Hey, kick your left or right heel back behind you, right arm will reach, left arm will reach. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, squeeze elbow in towards knee. Inhale, breath, open up. Exhale, squeeze in. Just 3 more here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 2 more, inhale, reach, starting to build that heat. Exhale, crunch. 1 more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, hold, hold, hold. Okay. Lower back down. Roll your weight over to your right hand. Take your weight, place it in behind your right knee. Root through both palms. Slowly kick your right heel back behind you. Draw your navel in. Broaden across your back body. Slow pulse up with your right heel. Slow lower. Slow kick up, slow lower. We're here for 8. Squeeze into that back line. 7. Last 6, squeeze tight into your weight. 5. You can do it. 4. 3. 2. Hold at the top. 1. Even smaller pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hug. Take your weight, shift it back over into your left hand, right hand down, open up to your modified side plank. Last bit of work here before we transition. Reach your top arm with or without the weight towards the top of your mat. Hover your left foot. Let's add the side crunch. Elbow in towards knee. Inhale, open up. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, open. You have 5. Open. 4. Open. Squeeze into your side body. 3. Last 2, last 1, open up and slowly come back through center. Option to take a few more cow-cat. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Downward facing dog when you're ready. And then right away from down dog, look to the top of your mat, walk all the way forward. We'll come off the hands for a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, grab your weights and slowly press away from your feet, rise up, keep your arms alongside your body. Give your shoulders a big roll. Standing tall mountain pose. Okay, let's bring feet together to touch. Take an inhale breath. On your exhale, sit back into a chair pose. So weight is back into your heels. Wiggle your toes just to be sure. We'll add a row. So arms reach out in front. Slowly squeeze back, elbows up towards the ceiling, weights towards the rib cage, and then slow extend down. Okay. Reach back, squeeze into your back body, and then press forward. We're here for 8. Squeeze into your strong quads and glutes. 7. Last 6. Keep your chest lifted, gaze forward. Last 5. Stay with me here. 4. Last 3, 2, hold back in 1 and add a slow small pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Sit back more in your heels. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Lower your weights. Take your feet out hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot towards the back of the mat. Right foot stays rooted. Front knee, ankles stack. Reach for your weights and slowly rise up to stack shoulders over hips. So you're here in your low lunge. Okay. Option to stay here if this is a deep enough sensation, or we'll add some overhead tricep extensions. Okay, so soften into your hips, bend your weights back, and then a slow kick up towards the ceiling. Bend back 90 degrees and extend up. Let's go for 8, 7, last 6. Remember, push and pull, resist both ways for 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back through heart center. Bring your weight to either side of your front foot. Tuck your left toes, and we'll add a slow toe tap. So left toes tap your right weight. Keep your hips low. Left toes tap forward, big step back. Left toe step forward and step back. Keep your hips low. We're here for 8, 7, last 6. Keep your chest lifted. 5. I know that right leg is burning. Stay with me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your weights. Plant both hands. Step back into plank pose and hold. From plank pose, lower to forearm plank. So lower one elbow at a time. Come onto your mat. Hips in line with shoulders. Take your right toes, tap them towards the right. Come back through center. Left toes out, back through center. Side to side for 8, 7, 6, 5. You can do it. 4. This is just temporary. 3, 2, 1. Hold through center. Child's pose. Lower your knees to the mat. Reach your arms forward, forehead to the earth. Recover here in child's pose or a sip of water. I'm going to take another sip. Downward facing dog. When you're ready, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Right away, let's look forward. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, grab your weights, bend your knees as much as you need to. Rise up to mountain pose. Whew, okay, second set, chair pose. Inhale, breath, exhale, slowly sit back, hold here. Hey, maybe this time you can sink a little bit deeper, weight in the heels, squeeze your quads, your glutes. All right, this time we'll add a tricep kick back. So slow row up and extend your arms back behind you, squeeze into the back of the arm. So bend back into your elbows and slow kick back. Keep your chest lifted. Slowly kick back. Let's go for 8. Keep your elbows as high as you can. 7. Last 6. Weight back in the heels. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Let's add a pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Take your feet out hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, right foot takes that big step back. Lower your back knee. Reach for your weights. Stack shoulders up over hips. Give your shoulders a roll. And let's add that work overhead. Reach your arms overhead, arms in line with ears, elbows stay in tight, bend back, and extend up. Slow bend, and press. Let's go for 8, 7, last 6, 5. Remember, resist both ways. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower your weights down to the mat. Stack them on either side of your left foot. Come up onto your right toes. Let's add the toe tap. Right toes to left weight and step back. Keep your hips low, step forward and back for 8, 7, 6. Keep your hips low. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your weights, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Lower to your forearms again here, forearm plank. Okay, this time forearm plank mountain climbers, really slow. Bring your right knee towards your right elbow and step back. Left knee towards left elbow, step back. Side to side for 8. Try to keep your hips low. 7. Last 6, gaze slightly forward. 5. Last 4, you're so close. 3, 2, 1. Hold your plank, inhale, breath. Child's pose. Hips to heels, forehead to the mat, or take another sip of water. All right, friends, just a little bit more standing work before we start to cool down. Meet me here in down dog. Lift your right leg up and back behind you. Right away, look forward, step forward, grab your weights. Rise up to a crescent lunge. Keep your hands on your hips to start as we set up. We'll take a shorter stance so the back knee hovers a few inches from the mat. Think hip and knee are stacked. Okay, and then take your arms overhead. Add a little pulse down, a little pulse up, little pulse down, little pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your depth at 1. Shoulder press. Open your arms to a cactus. Okay, and then weights press up towards the ceiling. Slow squeeze back down. Weights press up and squeeze down. So from the front, we're here for 8. Lower your back knee more if you can. 7. Last 6. 5. You can do it. Push and pull. 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. Bring your hands to heart. Straighten out both legs and turn your toes to the long edge of your mat, left side. Take a wide stance. Activate your core and slowly hinge forward. Okay, we'll add a fly. Lengthen the crown of your head forward. Okay, so there shouldn't be any strain in your lower back. You might need to play with the angle to find that point of comfort. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then let's slowly open up the arms, squeeze into the back body. Gaze is slightly lifted, and then draw back in. Slowly squeeze open and lower. We're here for 8. 7. Feel that squeeze into your back body. Last 6. 5. Last 4. 3. 2. And 1. Slowly come back through center. Not done yet. Turn to the back of your mat now. In that short stance, crescent lunge. Okay, arms overhead. We start with a slow pulse down, slow lift. Slow pulse down, slow lift. What did we do? 8, 7, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold your edge at 1, shoulder press. So you open your arms up to cactus, weights press up. As you squeeze, pull down, weights press up and lower. Let's go for 8. Drop your back knee more if you can. 7, find your breath. 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Straighten out both the legs. Turn to the long edge of your mat, left side. Second set, flies. Hinge forward. This time, we'll turn the palms towards the body, and we'll squeeze back with a bent elbow. Okay. So reach your weights forward and squeeze back. Reach and squeeze. I'm out of breath. Let's go for 8. Squeeze. 7. Squeeze. Last 6. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Squeeze this time. Let's add a pulse back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Ditch your weights. Come all the way down. You might widen or shorten your stance here. The ground feels really far away. The weights might be useful in helping you create a bit of space. Let this feel like a recovery. Decompress the spine. Maybe take a few soft shifts of your weight from side to side. And then with an inhale breath, grab onto your weights, lengthen, and then walk to the top of your mat. Plant your weights for a moment here as you step back and land in a child's pose or downward dog. I was torn between child's pose or down dog. Take your rest. Okay, slowly press up. Grab your weights and flip over onto your back. Just a few more exercises before we take our rest. Okay. Take your hands and your weights, rest them just on the front of your hips. Slow bridge lifts, really active in the glutes. So as you inhale, press your hips up towards the ceiling, squeeze into your glutes, and exhale, slow lower. Walk your feet in so they're below your knees. A few more like that. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, slow lower. Okay, let's take 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, press up here and hold. Roll your shoulders underneath your back. Okay. And then take your weights, reach them up towards the ceiling. Shift your weight over into your right or your left foot and reach your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then we'll add a slow pulse down and a slow pulse up. Slow pulse down, slow pulse up. Just for 5, lift. 4, lift. 3, 2, 1, hold. Switch to the other side. Lift your left leg up. There's that slow dip and slow lift. Slow dip, slow lift for 5, 4, squeeze your glutes. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower your left foot. Take one more inhale to lift your hips. Exhale, slow lower, bound angle. Soles of the feet together, knees open up. You can keep your weights again on the front of the hips. That might feel good for a bit of pressure to open up. Then with or without the weights in your hand, you can leave them right where they are. We'll reach the arms towards the front of the space. So you either have the weights. If you're choosing to keep them where they are, interlace your hands, release your index, cross your thumbs. Okay. And we'll take a slow crunch up, inbound angle. Reach the fingertips forward, lengthen the back of your neck as your shoulder blades hover, and a little pulse down. Little pulse up, little pulse down. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause at the top. Even smaller pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Remove the weights from your hips. Take your hands to your outer thighs. Draw your knees together. Keep your knees together, but heel toe your feet out wide. So there's this internal rotation of the hips. Soften your shoulders from your ears. You can even open up some space across your chest. Sigh out through your mouth. Let go of that heat. We are done that work. Open up your knees and take a slow windshield wiper motion of your knees from side to side. And I'd like to invite you here just to acknowledge how you feel physically coming out of that work. We will all feel quite different. And if there are any specific poses or stretches you would like to work through before your final Shavasana, you have this space now to take that on. So a few options I will throw your way. Knees to chest might feel really nice to stretch out the back, especially into the lower back with that gentle rock. To stretch out the glutes, your figure 4 shape with the bind might feel really nourishing coming out of that work. If you'd like to come up to any seated twists or folds, those might feel nice again to release anything in the back body. You can take reclined twists as well. So many options, and especially if you have some extra time and energy coming out of that class, use it to really nurture your body after a bit more of a physically and mentally challenging practice for some of you. They don't have to be yoga specific poses. They don't have to have a name. They don't have to even be something you've ever seen before, as long as it feels good in your body. And then you have your sweet, sweet Shavasana waiting for you when you are ready to land there. Legs and arms open up to either side of your space. You can rock your head from side to side. Take a few rounds of deep cleansing breath as you let go of anything that came up for you in that practice, whether it was physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Let the breath assist you in letting that all go. I'll leave you guys here to soak up your final few moments of movement and of relaxation. Take a moment to acknowledge the different kind of work you did on your mat today, using this type of heat building practice to really burn off those things that no longer serve us. So there really is a place in this practice and this journey for the yin and the yang, the softer and the more fiery, and finding that balance between the two and exploring the work in both scenarios. So thank yourself for showing up and giving this practice a try. Send out a silent thank you to the others who are joining in this practice today as well. And thank you guys for trusting me and following along in this work today. From my heart to yours, namaste.